Hey yo interneters, welcome back to another video. And so if you follow me from the very beginning of my YouTube channel, or when I started my YouTube channel, you know that I learned the thumb around extend, and that I only learned that pin trick just so that I can be able to do the tornado. And so in that video I had a clip of me trying to do the tornado 4 times, and it was a very sloppy tornado. And so if you want to check out the thumb around extend and the tornado that I did back then, I'll leave it up in the section here somewhere in the video. I'll add a card for you to click on. Long story with the tornado, right? After learning the thumb around extend in that video, I practiced for another 15 days along with dropping the pin 20 to 30,000 times. At some point in the practice of doing the tornado, I stopped recording myself. And I stopped recording because I was very frustrated at learning the trick. It took 13 days. Some days I was doing 2 hours, some days I was doing 3 hours. And so with all of that, I still wasn't able to do the tornado. And why am I going back to the tornado now? It's because of the comments. I ended up changing how I did my extended thumb around. So I don't know about you, but for me, when I learned the thumb around, I did it more horizontally. But now, for the extended thumb around, I find it easier if you kind of swing it up and do it more kind of vertically almost. And so this helps with doing the tornado in my opinion. And personally, when I do the extended thumb around this way, like swinging it up vertically, it almost feels more smooth and comfortable for me. And with the way the pins spin around your thumb and into your index finger, it feels like it's setting itself up and to be in position for the next extended thumb around. And once you get that, you just keep doing it over and over and over. So to do the vertical thumb around, so to speak, you want to hold the pin just like you see, and you want to push the pin into your thumb. Like you want to take your index finger and push it into it, but you don't want to spin it horizontally, but you want to tuck it in and just press it up, and from there the pin should spin up and around your index finger. And so this is what it looks like when you're doing it in normal motion. And so with all of that being said, I guess we'll just pick it up where we last left off. So if you count the day I used to practice the extended thumb around and the 13 days after I practiced the thumb around, that's kind of 14 days. So today we'll count the 15th day. I guess we could count it like that, right? 15th day. And we'll start at the drop at 25,000. And so when I'm starting off to practice the tornado again, I decided to see if I could do multiple extended thumb around continuously together. But you can see that it's not cohesive. And what I mean by that is every time I do an extended thumb around, I catch it, there's a slight pause or a break, or the pin would look like it's flying or being floppy, right? So it doesn't look good and it's not smooth enough for me. And so it shows that I am able to do the extended thumb around consistently, but to incorporate multiple extended thumb around together to make it look nice, I'm not there yet. And so I would need to do a lot of practice before I'm able to do that. So I spent about a total so far an hour practicing the extended thumb around and trying to make it spin smoothly, but it's not happening. I started to ask myself, like, why is it that the pin is not spinning smoothly? Is it because I'm doing something wrong? Is it because of me? And after I pondered this and focused on spinning my pin and seeing what's going on, I realized that when I do the extended thumb around, I catch it and the pin ends up in that position. And I'm not used to doing another extended thumb around in that very same position. So I started to say, how about I just start doing the extended thumb around in that very same position that I catch it in, so that it will force my wrist to turn and do an extended thumb around, and this will help train my muscles to remember to turn my wrist while I do the second thumb around. And so I began to practice that, and when I did, it felt like I was starting all over again. It feels like I couldn't even do an extended thumb around anymore because I just kept dropping the pin. But eventually, as I kept practicing over and over, I began to improve. I began to be able to do 1 extended thumb around doing this method, and I began to be able to do 2, and eventually I ended up getting all the way up to being able to do 3 times in a row. And once I got comfortable with that, I began to consistently do the extended thumb around multiple times. And when this became the case, I would say that I sort of am able to do the tornado at this point. But the only problem was I'm not as consistent as I want it to be, and it's not as smooth as I hoped it would have been. So I kept practicing this for roughly around maybe an extra 30 more minutes before I got it polished down. And when I did get it polished down, it looks like this. And so I spent 2 hours and 28 minutes in learning the tornado for this session, and I dropped the pin 2,006 times. So in total, that makes it 15 days that I spent. So for the total hours, I don't know. I know that I spent roughly around 2 hours each day for 13 days, plus 2 hours and 28 minutes here. You could calculate that. And then I dropped the pin, since we mentioned that we'll start at 25,000. So it'll be 25,000 plus 2,006, so 27,006 times. So that's not an exact number, but it's approximate. I'm sure it's very close to the actual number, but that's how long it took me to learn the tornado. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more future videos like this. And like always, thanks for watching, and until next time.